All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of 10 Count, an independent wrestling tribute to the show Hot Ones. I'm your host, Stephen McCash, here again. And I've got two distinguished gentlemen joining me today. First of all, it's the one called Manders. Woo! And across from me is the Natty Daddy, Bradley Prescott the Fourth.
I messed up real bad.
This may be the last time you see Bradley on IWTV. Hoping that's not the case, but he's been pacing ever since we started here at the palatial estates of myself, Stephen McCash. Gentlemen, thank you for coming or signing your death over to me.
Man, we're all right.
You're all right, buddy?
No.
All right.
It's not going to be fun.
Give me a toast.
I'll drink to that.
Let's drink to that. So, in case you've never seen Hot Ones or watched 10 Count here on IWTV, it's real simple. We have 10 wings of the degrees of hotness as we go along. We'll continue. I'm already scared as fuck because of the heat that's going to come, so I can't get words out. With that said, we'll ask some questions. We'll have a little back and forth. We'll have a good time. It's not going to be so painful.
This is not a good time.
The bomb is not in the list today, so...
Yeah, but we got
that was
the
pretty
OG.
funny, though, with O'Shea and Nick Iggy. And,
we got the OG, though. That's the first one.
We do. We have BLAIR'S Mega Death Sauce.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
That's an OG from the first couple of seasons of Hot Ones. Yeah. But with that said, our first one we have here up to bat is BRAVADO'S Jalapeno and Green Apple. We're going to start off light and take our way up.
That's what they think.
It's not going to be that bad, I promise. So, what we do, if you need a napkin, I have milk, I have bread, we have water. Water's not going to really help much. You guys brought beer. That was very smart.
Gang, gang.
And with that said, when you guys are ready, we'll bite into the first one. I'll ask the question. You guys can go back and forth on who wants to answer first, answer second, all that good stuff. But let's dig in. The first one here, a little green apple and jalapeno.
It smells good.
I like that.
That's really good.
That's got some good flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's not so bad, Bradley.
I'm less scared so
You're
far.
less scared so far. With that said, since this wing and this sauce is kind of making me happy, making me feel good, what in wrestling makes you happy?
Well, he's eating still.
Yeah, you will.
I mean, I'd probably have to say just the group aspect and getting to hang out with the boys. Always do it for the boys.
That's a pretty good one.
I mean, my wrestling motto is do hood rat shit with my hood rat friends. So anytime I'm on a card with big old stupid sexy Manders over here,
or your fellow
like any of the Lost Boys,
likewise,
it's just always a blast and well worth it. So that's got to be the best part for me.
That's great. For you, Manders?
I would probably say that, and I'd probably say just probably the energy of the crowd. There's nothing like it. Adrenaline's one hell of a drug.
Absolutely.
So it's cocaine. I've never done cocaine.
I hear it's hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Second gear, brother.
Well, that's great. That wasn't such a bad start.
No, we're good.
No,
we're
that's
good.
good. I like the green apple.
Yeah,
that's a good combo.
That less nerve-wracking.
I will say Bravado is one of my favorite sauce companies. They make some great flavors. There's a couple more coming down the end that will hurt a little more. But with that said, we'll go next with a staple of pretty much everybody's kitchen.
I love
sriracha.
Oh God, so good.
It's got a little nice. It's going to have a little more heat, obviously, but we can dig in on wing number 2. And let me point out as we're going along, me and Manders, we're hitting the wings. My man BP4 hitting the nuggies. And why do you prefer nuggets over the wings?
You're such a baby.
Hey, we're in a new decade. We're in 2020. We live in America.
America needs cowboys. America needs nuggets. Is that what we're getting
No,
at? Okay.
no. We have the technology. We are no longer cavemen. We do not need to eat food off the bone. There's no reason to eat bone-in wings.
Okay.
And this is already starting to get spicy. It's sriracha.
Bone adds flavor.
It does.
That's why I like it.
Well, since this is, giving you a little heat, a little pain, if you will, let's talk about a day in both your careers that I guarantee pretty much brought you some pain, and that's your first day of training. So if you both take a moment to describe what your first day of training to be a wrestler was like.
Oh, it sucked. I was trained by Seth Rollins, so that's CrossFit Jesus. So you got stupid, sexy Manders doing CrossFit. Not a good combo. But I think like hitting, like bumping the ring and stuff like that. Like when I did that for the first time, I was like, yeah, I could see myself doing this because it kind of like correlated with like being a fullback at Iowa. But hitting the ropes sucked. I saw like bruises on my body that I've never seen before, which is weird.
In places you don't remember hitting.
Exactly. So.
I mean, I got trained very old school. Originally, the Dangerous Bull Don Basher. I went to my first practice. It was about 2.5 hours long. We bumped for about 2 hours, and then we ran the ropes for about 30 minutes, just over and over and over again, to the point I had a giant welt on my butt. I have a picture if you guys want to see it. It's pretty tough.
It's not on IG. I wish it would have been.
Here, I'll show you, though. We're pulling it up. We're getting right into reverse.
Is it tough or smile?
It's pretty tough smile.
Now, while he's pulling that up, at the end of the day, or even to the next day, did either one of you throw up?
No.
Did not throw up.
Absolutely.
I've
They
heard
didn't-
nightmare stories
yeah.
where people
Yeah.
do.
Mm.
They didn't give us
It's
over
weird.
the top
I've never
cardio.
had like I've done vigorous workouts and I've never puked. It's just been more of just like I'm just mentally drained or exhausted. And
Okay.
You just, if anything for me, it's just my legs give out.
Gotcha.
That's what I've always had. Never had like a.
Okay. You save the puking for when you're White Claw wasted.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Look at that welt, bro.
Wow.
Wow. We'll have to share that with the folks
Oh
watching
yeah,
at home.
I'll put it on there for 'em.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was a rough first day.
It's like a birthmark.
It
Yeah.
does, yeah.
And it was so they always did training. They did Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So
That's what
the
we
second practice, we went right back to running the ropes instantly
Ooh.
and just smacking a welt because the rope or the ring we used, depending on the ring, I don't know, was your guys' rope or was your cable?
It was cable.
Okay, so we used cable as well. So basically, it's just a 1/2-inch thick airline cable,
Ooh.
smacking you in a welt in the ass,
Yeah.
Welts
over
on
and
welts
over
on
again.
welts.
Yeah, it was horrible.
But you gotta do it though, right?
Yeah,
Because you're creating a callus. It's like playing guitar and
Yeah.
doing the same concept.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Perfect sense.
Or working out or whatever. So.
My mom raised a bitch though, so
We'll see how big of a bitch Mama raised
Right.
as we go along. And I'm ready for number 3 if you guys are.
Yeah, that sriracha was good.
Yeah,
I always
well,
put it on my
it
it was
is
legs.
spicy.
It's going to clear up. I mean, as we go along, your sinuses, if you're a little congested, that will be no longer the case.
Am I supposed to clean like my plate? Because this
No,
is
no,
this is 10 wings.
You go at your pace as how
I'll go
much you
back
want
and
to
eat
take.
them later,
Are
maybe.
you
Fine.
eating them whole or are you just taking a bite?
I'm taking a bite, dude. You know how much we have to eat? Look at all this, and this one has a bone in it.
Oh, wait. Actually,
Hold
You
on,
act like-
time out. We got to do a little
we'll
switcheroo.
do a little switcheroo.
There we go.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
I
Thank
eat
you.
mine. What?
Yeah.
So,
Bro, it's 10 wings. That's nothing.
with that said, we'll move on.
We'll move on.
We're moving to number 3. It's another original from the first seasons of Hot Ones, and this is Secret Aardvark. One I've never had before. I give you a big hog.
This is something.
the only thing.
This is
Big
John
hog.
Davis. This is John Davis today.
You guys went to war today.
You guys should have.
Now you're talking about stuff that hurt. That hurt.
Yeah, him and
That-
John Davis, the
that
legendary independent wrestler, went toe to toe at Southern Underground Pros. Stay cold today as this is being filmed. So yeah, you might have a welt or two in the morning that you're not expecting.
Yeah,
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be
But
like
yeah.
that time. Smile.
Let's take a little. Ooh, you all right there? Oh, I hope that
Jeez.
caught.
Hey, no, that was a natty light. That was
Yeah,
a natty
That
light.
was
Like,
definitely
alright.
just a.
Little secret aardvark here. I actually like that.
Sriracha was worse.
Sriracha
So far.
was way worse. But showing that picture of your welts on your backside, what do you guys consider to be your most embarrassing moment to ever happen in a ring?
Oh, you got one?
I don't know. You go first.
I was in Makokata, Iowa. Bumfuck nowhere. It's probably like my 10th match ever, probably.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. So it was like right when I started. It's like 11 a.m. It's like July or June. It's hot as hell outside. And we did one of these spots like the Terry, not the Terry Funk spot, the is it Terry Taylor spot where he grabbed the trunks, whatever. I forget.
Just
I'm
keep
drawing a
going.
blank. The guy.
Terry.
It's
Yeah.
Terry. It's Terry.
One of them.
It's Terry. grabs my trunks, right, and I was wearing at the time like it was like volleyball shorts. It was weird, but
Tough.
that's when I first started.
Yeah.
He pulled him so far. You know, the corn belts.
The gimmicks came
The
out.
gimmicks came out. So, good thing there was only like, 30 people. So.
All kids and seniors.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, knock on wood, I haven't had anything that embarrassing, other than we'll talk about one of them later on.
Yeah.
But then the other one would probably be my first match ever. It was a 20-minute squash match.
Who did you kill?
No, I was the one that got killed.
Was it Basher?
It was Basher and Pogo versus me and a tag team partner who will be left nameless.
Pogo.
It was a very good old-fashioned professional wrestling hazing where we got 0 offense. I think my offense was a headlock. I might have picked his leg once. That was pretty cool. But a lot of chops. I got beat with my own shoe.
That's cool.
We went over, though. 1-0 in my first wrestling match. And then I got beat with a steel chair after the match in my first match.
Jesus. Welcome to the biz, kid.
Yeah, and then I got hit with the steel chair from a 10-year-old kid.
Wow.
If I can find clips, I'll pass them to you and you
Please
can
do.
put them up as well. But definitely that's probably the most embarrassing so far.
Wow. That's it. I would love to see that.
It's rough. Real
Yeah.
rough.
Well, what's not going to be rough is this next sauce because it's hands down my favorite. There's really not a lot of heat to it. It's all flavor. So we're going to have a little fun. I'm tricking you. Eventually, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the cards. As we go along, it's going to get worse and worse. But this next one is Heartbeats Blueberry Jalapeno, which I've used on both episodes we've previously had, and everybody's a big fan of it.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and
Blueberry.
yeah, we'll go ahead and grab a hold and dig on in.
Smells good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good.
There's tons of flavor there.
Uh-huh.
So, a little backstory for today when we were at Underground Pro. It was one of those days where it's happened at every independent show at some point. When it can go wrong, it goes wrong. We've had shows where talent can't make it for whatever reason. There's travel issues, there's weather issues, illnesses, injuries, what have you. That's to be expected. Today we had production issues left and right that made it a chaotic experience. Show went off without a hitch. Nobody knew any better, except those experiencing the live stream.
Yeah.
But everybody in the building at Basement East had a great time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
With that said, what are your worst and best parts of show day?
Probably after taking a number 2 before I go out. I hate that every time. It happens all the time.
True.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Well,
feel you.
on the previous episode with Jay Newman, he told a story about where he went number 2 on himself during a match with Brian Pillman Jr.
Somebody has told me if you don't number 2 yourself, you're not a real professional wrestler.
Oh,
That's not. I guess
so
I'm not
if
a real pro.
I'll whisper. Let's go to local league, brother. He told.
Oh my.
He told the group that if you haven't crapped yourself in a match, you're not a real professional wrestler. So just remember that, boys and girls. I mean, I agree with that one. The stress of it, especially if you don't have time to make it happen before the match. And if you're working a bigger fella who likes to power bomb and do power moves, real stressful.
Which is all he
Yeah,
wrestles.
exactly.
Hey.
Either that or, depending on where the show is, how early you have to leave. Like I said, waking up at 3:45 this morning to travel.
Oof.
Crack open a couple bangs and hope for the best. But definitely the best part is, I mean, same things we talked about already, was the group of guys and
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
electric of the crowd.
Yeah, another highway, another town, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting to travel.
Yeah,
It's cool.
It's cool.
Well, with that said, we've come to the halfway point. We're at number 5, which is Torchbearer's Son of a Zombie. This is where we start seeing. Yeah.
What'd you call it? What's it called?
Torchbearer's the name of the company. Son of a Zombie is the sauce.
Oh no! Look at Yes.
Smile.
Some good faces right there.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Is it the equivalent of like calling someone a son of a bee? Like, is that
And
supposed to be the play?
Triple X hot.
It's
Triple X hot.
Man, you got to be at least 18 to eat this one then.
Yeah.
Oh boy, let's go.
I mean, I don't know if you've been smelling them before
No.
eating them, but
No, I tried not to.
yeah, I would not advise it going forward.
Okay. Well, here we go. Yeah, Fumbo.
We got the 5-second rule, so it's fine.
Yeah, so this one's a little. Yep.
Still a ton of flavor.
We're good so far. Good so far.
Yeah, it
It
tastes
starts
good.
hitting you on the back end.
Tastes good. I like this.
So
So what's
swallow
it?
it whole.
Is it habanero?
I don't know. Read the
I do
label,
believe-
you dingus.
Yeah.
There's a bit of habanero in
No
here.
name calling, man.
I'm trying to read really small print. We're gonna say it's
Yeah, definitely.
we're gonna say it is
Yeah.
that.
You can Google it at home,
Yeah,
ladies
Google
and
at
gentlemen.
home. With that said, this is one of my fun questions I like to ask. You have tons of friends in the business and whatnot, but obviously you're gonna have friends, family outside of the business that don't watch or keep up with wrestling at all.
There's a lot.
They know Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
They know The Rock, and that's about the extent of it. So, what do your non-wrestling friends think you actually do?
I mean, the number one thing I get when I tell people I'm a professional wrestler is the good old-fashioned, like, oh, my nephew wrestled in high school. And then you have to break down that, like, basically I've just given up on trying to explain it. I look them dead in the face and I say I'm John Cena. And then the friends just outside of wrestling are so confused by my ungodly amount of travel in one day. So going from Savannah to Nashville and back in a 30-hour span, whereas most people are like, oh, we're going to Nashville, we better go for, a week and a half.
Yeah.
And like there's been times I've gone places, I've flown places or driven just for a literal day that it makes no humanly sense on why anyone would do that.
No, that was all pretty accurate for me too. I think like a lot of my like football friends kind of get it because it's kind of like the same thing, right? You're doing something different that everybody else is doing, being a D1 athlete and all that stuff.
You see in the NFL, there's a lot of professional wrestling fans,
Yeah.
players.
Yeah,
are big
no.
fans of wrestling.
I mean, look at George Kittle, all
Yep.
pro tight end right there, man. So we used to watch wrestling all the time in college, so that was cool. I think the more like stuff that I've done, which is pretty good. That was a good burp.
Thank you.
Just I guess me just being successful a little bit as of late, it's been kind of cool. Where like people are like, oh, like they dig it now. Where like maybe 2 years ago they were just like, you're crazy, you're stupid, why are you doing this? Like, just get a real job. But
True.
Whatever.
doesn't matter.
I mean,
what
you've
those
been
people
on a bit of a tear. Award
Little
winner
bit,
now,
yeah.
IWTV award winner,
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
man,
kinda-
that makes
was
one of
kinda
us.
cool.
which is cool about your award because yours was voted on by your
By
peers.
the wrestlers,
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't a fan vote.
We kind of like you sometimes.
I'm all right.
Yeah, right, for a cowboy, I
Yeah.
guess. All right. So, this is where the heat's really going to start kicking in. And we're back to Bravado.
That last one was good.
It was good.
I enjoyed that one.
It had you could feel it, on the lips a little bit.
Yep.
But now we move back to Bravado, and we get some blueberry again, but we're also getting some ghost pepper.
Yeah. I got a funny story about ghost peppers.
Please, go ahead. We got time.
So my stepdad makes hot sauce, so I get some of an advantage a little bit. I guess we'll see, but he bought these ghost peppers that were like they were dried, so they're not as bad as they would be if they're fresh.
Right.
And he was making like a ghost pepper like type of hot sauce, right? And he's like, "How about you?" I was probably like 12 here. He's like, "How about you, take a bite of the ghost pepper, like the dry ghost pepper?" And I was like, "All right, yeah, cool, I'll do it. Like, no big deal." I was super into hot sauce. I was also 12, so mind that. I take a bite. I take a bite. I was like, "All right, this is like the dried flavor." And all of a sudden, just straight big boot to my face. Boom! Or big Larry toe. Boom to the face. And I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. I drank a whole gallon of milk, a bunch of spaghetti, and then I eventually started being in the fetal position on the couch and to the floor on the dining coffee table.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there telling my mom, I need to go to the hospital. I was being a little dramatic. But then eventually I puked.
I'm gonna have PTSD for you, bro.
Great story.
I can't eat this. Can I tap out?
No, it's too early.
So blueberry.
Blueberry with the little ghost pepper.
Oh, Violet, you're turning violet.
Oh wow! So like I smell like the blueberry, the sweetness, and then it says nope.
Ghost pepper's
Yeah.
sneaking up from behind.
Nope.
You need to take a lap?
I'm gonna take constant laps the rest of this way.
All right. So we'll continue on with the question here. A new question for this episode. What is the worst advice you've gotten while being in professional wrestling?
Oh god.
Other than agreeing to do this?
I don't even know, to be honest. Because this is my reason. When somebody gives me something really stupid like that, I just and I forgot.
I was gonna say I don't want to be that guy, but I mean, I
have some backup questions if we want to move on.
I mean, the way I look at it is all advice is advice, and wrestling is the most opinionated thing in the world.
Very true.
You don't go to a play in a theater and tell that actor he did it wrong, but someone will come to you after a wrestling match and Jesus Christ, tell you did this, and this wrong in your match. But then somebody will come up to you, not that person, and say the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm feeling this one.
So
I like this. This is really good.
You have the advantage on both of us.
I know.
it was good on the front end, but now it keeps settling and hitting and hitting more.
So we'll continue, give you a little time to digest. Since you talked about traveling, doing 10 hours here, 12 hours there, I've done those as well, not as frequently as you guys. With that, what are the must-haves you guys have to have when you're going on a road trip?
Coffee.
All right.
Always.
I'm an energy drink guy.
So your heart's going to explode at some point?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm aiming for.
Coffee, Red Man, obviously phone charger.
Yeah, like what's must-haves in the fanny packs, since you're both rocking them?
I mean, mine has a cool koozie in it.
I do like
so I
that.
can hold my beer. But mine's just wallet, change, phone sometimes.
Always got to smell good.
Shout out to Old Spice.
Old Spice. Aviators.
All right.
There's money in here. Phone charger,
Makes one of
headphones.
Envelope a little light today.
Good old Red Man. So it's a good combo, right? So you get Casey's coffee.
We need to get you some sponsorship.
Trying to work on Casey's one, see how that goes.
Okay.
But Casey's coffee, right?
All right.
Get it black or I get Irish cream. I'll drink it, 20 ounce, whatever. Put a chew in. Extra boost. I'll make me drive even longer. And then if I'm lucky, right, I'll get Casey's breakfast pizza, which is the best, by the way. I'll throw that out there.
Okay.
They got
we don't have those here, so I'll take your word for it.
They got some in Kentucky and they got some in Arkansas. It's kind of crazy.
Kentucky also has Raising Cane's and we don't.
That's weird. There's Raising Cane's in Iowa.
Yeah. There's one in Knoxville, but we don't count that.
Yeah, that's like...
Yeah, it's far. You gonna make it, buddy?
That was a good one. Like,
we've only got 4 more.
I think the blueberry helped.
It does help it.
Yeah, for sure. Scale of 1 to 10 out. That was.
You need another beer?
No, mine's good still.
Okay.
I'm just trying to swish it around, but not drink too much because then I'll be full and then I'll want to throw up from eating too much.
I think I remember the. I think I got a good answer for the. What was the
So
stupidest?
advice?
There you go, hit it.
Yeah, hit us.
Shout out to Mouse.
He gave you some bad advice?
He gave me some bad advice. Told me the Cornbelt Cowboy's pretty stupid. And I think I'm proving him wrong a little bit.
A little bit.
You're doing good,
bit.
kid.
Little
Keep
bit.
it up.
A little bit.
If I eat a less hot one, will that help?
No. Well, yeah,
Like,
maybe.
I mean, you
try
still
this-
got a little left.
I mean, try
That's
this
the
one.
apple and jalapeno one.
Dude, you're only eating a bite, man.
Yeah, man, I'm a bitch.
You heard it here first. BP4's a bitch.
Can I eat them?
I mean, I've got some left over, so when the show's over, you can have some.
All right.
Yeah.
This is kind of helping, I will say.
So far, number 2 and number. This is 6, right?
This is 6.
Those are the 2 best, I think,
All right.
in my opinion.
Well, let's see. We're going to stick with the Bravado family and move on to number 7,
Oh, boy.
which is Black Garlic and Carolina Reaper.
Black garlic.
Yeah. This one I've never had before either.
about to get sexy.
So this is going to be new for both of us. I mean, looking at it, it doesn't look that daunting.
No.
But I can see some flakes in there that are kind of scaring me.
Oh, wow. Gave me a little bite in my nose. All right, here we go. Jesse,
shit.
Jesse would like this one.
I don't like this one.
I
I don't like this one at
haven't
all.
been it yet. Here we go.
Not at all. Holy fuck. All right, so
Oh, wow. This one's got some punch to it.
I'm going to give you both your own question here.
Okay.
All right. Since you need a moment, obviously.
No, I got this.
You good? All right. So I reached out to Twitter and put out, I'm like, hey, we're doing the show. If you have any questions for either Manders or BP4, and at Gay Frog and Toad hit me up with
Go on.
At Gay Frog and Toad. You know, she asked, she wants you to go through your feelings and reaction to when your head was set on fire at Mouse's show last year.
You did what?
So, I saw them ask that question, and I figured it'd come up on this show. So basically, at Mouse's Fright Night, fun hood rat show with our friends. Basically, it was me and Chase Holiday, the Lost Boys. Well, 2/5.
Former Black and Brave, brother.
Need some milk?
Versus
Fellow Black and Brave.
Madman Pondo and Too Tough Tony. In a battle.
Too tough.
With two Fs.
Two F.
In a battle for the ages. The finish of the match was a rolling flaming dick punch to the head, basically. You can work out the math in your own head. And he put a little too much gimmick on his hand when he lit his hand. So when he punched me, it exploded my hair to the point he thought I had like hairspray in my hair, and he thought that it was my fault. I don't wear any product in my luscious locks.
All natural.
It looks good right now.
Well, thank you. This is heat. I'm wearing heat, not the Tracy Smothers kind either.
It's not a good one.
Yeah, man, babyface heel, brother. And it was the longest 30 seconds that lasted for 2 seconds in my life. Thoughts that went through my head and prayers. I thought I was gonna die. Kind of like now.
Yeah.
And then I also thought I was gonna burn the building down. Because I thought my body was gonna be on fire.
At the arena?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool
Yeah.
visual.
It was insane.
I have a video.
I put it out as I was falling, and shitting myself. Are we allowed to cuss
You're
on
a
this?
real wrestler right now.
You said
Exactly.
fuck earlier.
You can fucking...
I asked a little late. Sorry. Better to ask for forgiveness and permission or something like that.
It's because it's hot in here, bud.
But literally, I took it. I lost the match, unfortunately. But then instantly Slade slid in the ring, caressed my head, asked me if I was okay. When I told him yes, he said, "That was so freaking cool." And then I said, "Really?" And then we laughed about it while I laid there in dismay.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the video of it,
That's a story.
We'll definitely post it with this so you can see. For you, Manders, question is, what did being a Division I football player in college help you? How did it help you prepare for the career you have now?
So I had this model in my head where so our strength coach his name's Coach Doyle, and
Doyle rules.
yeah, he's probably one of the best strength coaches in the whole entire country.
Okay.
So we used to have some insane workouts. And being in Iowa, we kind of had to have that since we don't have 5-star recruits. So a lot of the workouts sucked. So I always think if I can do Doyle's training, I can do anybody. Or I can do anything. So that's always a motto for me.
Okay.
I can drive 10 hours. I can drive this. I can wrestle this, take that, whatever.
Nice.
Yeah,
Let me give you that Moonsault Styles Clash off the top, coward.
I'll do it.
Tough.
All right. So we're going to return to Torchbearer. This is their zombie apocalypse sauce.
This one.
Yep, that's the one right there. You want to meet your maker, get a little closer to it.
Here, take a sniff of it raw.
So 7 was... Oh, yeah. So 7 was... It was all right, but it, like Bradley was saying, it just keeps escalating.
It keeps,
Yeah.
When you think it's over, it comes
Yeah,
back.
it comes back. So that was a kicker right there.
So with that said, this is where we're going to do the IG dive. the Instagram dive that's famous on Hot Ones.
Oh boy.
Like I said to both of you, you didn't give me a whole lot, but I got enough. I think we'll be satisfied here. So with that said, these last 3 sauces are really getting me nervous and scared. So
Same, man.
yeah, so let's go ahead and dive in, and then
How are you able to ask these questions while I'm dying? I'm literally dying.
Oh wow.
I can bite it out. No, I'm not taking bigger.
big boy bite.
That's our live stage audience that I'm talking to, ladies
So-
and gentlemen.
The crowd goes mild.
Thanks, guys.
With that said, Bradley, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay.
I'm not sure when this is from. Not too long ago.
Oh, this doesn't taste good at all.
You're not digging it?
No.
I'm sorry to hear that. So this is you in front of what appears to be an outdoor show by a bunch of seniors in wheelchairs. And you're bent over like you've had a little too much Natty Light that afternoon.
Indiana's finest right there.
Yeah. So take us through what's going on in this picture.
So it is an outdoor show. You are correct with those being old folks because
Are you at a senior center?
it is a senior citizen center.
out.
And we set up a wrestling ring in their parking lot and put on a show for the senior citizens.
It's cool though.
I got to wrestle good friend, fellow Lost Boy, Levi Everett.
I love Levi, dude.
I'd love to have him on this.
Good brother Amish folk making his birdhouses and such. We beat the
I don't know if I want to finish
the
all
living
this.
heck
You
out
don't
of
have to.
I want to, but I don't know if I really want to.
out of each other in front of these old folks. We started the match out with a bar fight and just punched each other square in the face. Because you don't hit anybody harder than your friends. And yeah, that was definitely, it was a thing that happened.
While Bradley takes a lap,
I need cold air in my
Yeah.
mouth or something.
we'll move on to you, Manders.
Brother, you want the milk?
No, maybe a piece of bread.
So, this dive shows to me that wrestling has been in your heart since you were a young tyke.
Oh yeah.
Like, from day one. You're... Like, I grew up with the likes, my Mount Rushmore is like Nick Bockwinkel, Jerry Lawler, Arn Anderson.
Oh wow.
But you seem to have dressed up one Halloween as the one Stone Cold Steve Austin. So take us through this Throwback Thursday and let us know, like, how old were you in this picture?
I might have been at least 5 or 6.
Yeah,
I got a funny story with that. It's not with that photo, but
let's go with it.
just me being Steve Austin. So I was at First Communion. Right? I was a Catholic family raised.
Okay.
This bread's good.
Only 2 more, Bradley. Only 2 more.
And this is like probably 99, 2000, right? So this is the pinnacle of Attitude Era. And, Steve Austin's, let's be real, like, he's probably not really like a good role model for kids. Beer drinking,
finger
middle
waving.
finger waving,
Son of a bitch.
son of a bitch, stuff like that. And I was at First Communion, and like they were like, hey, next week come wearing your Halloween costume, whatever you want to wear, doesn't matter. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, Mom, I want to be Steve Austin. Like, so I do
$1 Million Man.
So I want to do it, and I wear it. So I'm in there, I'm Sharpie goatee, and we're in Stone Cold, and so we got like my fellow communion people. One's like a butterfly and a sunflower, and like I don't remember the rest. And my communion teacher was like, "So Steve, who are you?" "I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm the toughest son of a bitch in all of pro wrestling." Oh.
How many Hail Marys?
Probably a lot.
At
But-
least one.
The best part was just my teacher just like her jaw dropped, and then after communion she like almost basically just like ranted at my mom. And mind you, this girl's probably like was way younger than my mom at the time. She's probably in her 20s. My mom was in her 30s, and my mom's one of those tough sons of bitches too.
Okay.
So when
She's the real SOB.
yeah, so when that lady was pointing her finger and stuff like that, my mom's just like, all right, you're done. You're not going to do this to me. He can wear whatever the hell he wants. etc. But it was pretty funny though. Just Steve Austin and First Communion,
that's
6 years
hysterical.
old, whatever. Pretty cool.
You ready?
I'm crying, so
Yeah.
I guess.
This bread's good.
Only Publix finest for you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You're good at wrestling, Manders, so take that.
All right. So this is number 9. This brings us to our semi-main event.
Save your high spots.
That's where I was at today.
You were?
Save.
This is Mad Dog has been a theme tonight. This is Mad Dog 357, another original from the early seasons of Hot Ones.
Did Matt Cross make this?
It's very possible. I don't know if he did or not, but it's very possible Matt Cross made this. This is where usually the bomb shows up. I'm thinking there's going to be nothing good about this either. If you've had the bomb before,
I've never had it.
There's no redeeming qualities whatsoever. So with that said,
Great.
we might
Can't
as well
wait.
we might as well get it over with
Let's turn the hat
because this is you can
backwards.
just
Old
look.
Macer
I
here,
was
baby.
going to say, calm down.
Red light on.
Yeah,
Here we go.
You can just look at it, and that just looks so damn painful.
See, mine doesn't have as much sausage.
I'll
in it.
happily trade.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I want big britches. Here
Yeah, I've got my little girl pants on today.
I want to eat it.
Oh wow.
You do or don't?
I don't.
Holy shit! I took a sniff. It ate. Oh wow.
Dumb.
I'm scared.
If you're scared, I'm fucking terrified.
We're there.
It hasn't hit yet. Oh, I feel it.
Wow. Oh.
It's like acid on my tongue. Oh, motherfucker.
Okay, that's terrible.
Yeah, that sucks big balls.
Oh my god. Wow.
I didn't do
doesn't
this
taste
in the
good at
other
all.
episodes, but
Wow, that's very uncomfortable.
I don't want to die.
Wow. Fuck. Holy
So-
shit.
Give me another napkin.
You can have them. Wow. I don't want to take another bite.
Don't.
That's freaking terrible.
I want to say fuck you to Nick Iggy for calling us out because we didn't have the bomb on this show.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So with that said, I'm going to move on. I'm going to get the question in my mouth as quickly as possible.
I'm legit tearing right now.
What's the worst thing about professional wrestling?
This.
Go.
This. Being on here and eating this right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. It hurts to eat this bread.
On my throat.
I don't cry a lot. Holy shit.
We got some orange juice. I don't know if it helps, but I'm lactose intolerant. For like 5 seconds, I was like, this isn't so bad.
Mm-hmm. I felt that too.
I can't feel my lips. I feel like a Kardashian because my lips feel so plump right now.
Oh shit. That's funny and I can't laugh. I don't know if I want to do another one.
Tapping out?
No,
I might.
Mama didn't raise no bitches. She raised some stupid people.
Fuck that bullshit. I'll tap out. I don't care.
I'm going to go ahead and smell the last one because it's one I've never had either.
Nope. I'm gonna wait. This might take 30 extra minutes.
That's cool. We got time.
I haven't thrown up yet.
BB4, just let us know that he is in fact not thrown up yet. My lips are so on fire. I can't put the pain into words.
8 versus 9 is a dramatic difference. That's bad.
I'm hoping it soaks up the pain.
So I've eaten all of my wings till 9, and I will not do it. I won't do it.
I propose when we get to the last one, just take a nibble.
I don't know. I can't do that. If I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it.
That is 100% on you then, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think in 5 minutes I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Wow.
With that said, a tradition I've started with 10 count is, if it gets to the point you got to tap out, which I'm not going to allow, but if you do have to tap out, we do have a referee on standby.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
One thing I got so caught up in earlier, getting the show started and knowing this bullshit was coming at the end, I forgot to talk about our sponsor. I want to give a big shout out to iBurn, which is the only hot sauce shop in Houston, Texas. It's also the largest hot sauce shop in Texas.
Wow.
I was just there because I went down to Dallas for the Cotton Bowl and then drove over to Houston. Found all these amazing sauces. You can order all the stuff at iburn.com. They ship anywhere around the world. But if you're in the Houston area, definitely go by their location. Holy fuck nuggets.
Yeah. I don't want to talk anymore. I can't.
We're so close yet so far away, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
What's the worst thing about professional wrestling?
Oh, being here and eating that number 9. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. Oh, no, seriously, wrestling?
Where's that?
I don't know.
I mean, I would probably say I'll say the instability, I guess,
Yeah.
of, I mean, good old week-to-week jobs are weird for us wrestlers, and life and relationships are weird, because most people work during the week. Guess what? We work all weekend. Unless you're a shooter, then you shoot all weekend, you know, it'd be like that. And just the travel and being away from friends and family and things like that. But it definitely
sucks. Yeah, that's definitely the answer.
That's probably the worst part.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, and I agree, probably say it's well worth it.
I definitely.
I would agree with all that.
Yeah,
especially if you get the right support system that supports these stupid endeavors that we do, like this stupid shit.
You said you wanted content, giving you content.
You're welcome, IWTV. Host my show.
We're
about to lose another button.
I want to go lay down now.
Well, you'll be able to lay down after this last one.
No. We got 8 hours, bud.
Let's get it out of the way. This is the original OG. This is Blair's Megadeth sauce.
Fuck.
With some liquid rage in it.
Fuck. What?
Again, you annihilated all your wings going. I've eaten, half of probably each one.
9 was different, though.
Yeah, 9 was very different. I don't think 10's going to be much better. Do not touch your face.
I know.
By any means. So, I've got, if you saw the first 2 episodes with Jaden and Makabe and then O'Shea and Nick Iggy, I'm going to keep with the final question being the same because I think it's fun and it's going to be really interesting for this one. So, we'll take a bite, whether it's about me, this event, an opponent you've had, you got one coming up, what have you. Give me a 30-second promo about whatever the hell you want. But this is Blair's Megadeth. Let's go ahead and knock it out, guys.
Do a countdown.
What do you want from?
10.
10,
I
9,
need more OJ.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Fuck.
2, 1.
Are we doing a last dab? No? Okay.
No, fuck the last dab. I ain't got time for that nonsense. I don't want to say anything. Yep, too late. It's coming.
Oh, God. It's like, yes. Do I have to swallow?
No. Just whatever.
Wow.
I made it. You
That
covered.
tastes like butt.
No redeeming qualities at all.
Wow.
Horrible.
My sinuses are
Oh.
on fire now.
But
Who wants to go first?
I mean, I planned on writing a promo for this because, the whole you like that same question every single time. But I may or may not have gotten too drunk basically every night, over and over and over again, saying, I'll write this promo for the show. But I said, get
Oh my god, dude.
Instead.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you gonna cut the promo first?
And I mean, I'm literally cutting it right now.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Dummy. But realistically, I was gonna hit the whole, like, you know, in May, blah, 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 I'm wrestling you, brother, blah, blah, blah. But we realize I'm not that kind of wrestler. I'm just here to drink, have fun, crack open a couple people like a cold one. And, you know, drink, have a blast, and, like, Jesus Christ, it is horrible. I hate every minute of my life. Yeah, May, OP Dub, coming for you. Yeah, your turn, Manders.
When I accepted this challenge of eating hot sauce, I take pride in eating hot stuff. But I'll just throw this out here. Blair's Megadeth sauce with liquid rage. This does not make me feel alive at all. What it wants me to do is go to Highlands, New Jersey, and kick your ass. Because it absolutely tastes like butt. Yeah. It's awful. There's no way you eat this. There's no way you eat this. So I'm going to make another highway, another town. I'm going to drive how far Highland, New Jersey is? Probably like what? 14? 14?
Yeah, probably.
I'm going to walk to your door and I'm going to lariat the fuck out of you. Why? Because America needs cowboys and you, Blair, suck dick.
Yeah, and I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that as well. That wraps up another episode of 10 Count. Again, I'm your host, Stephen McCash. Big props to our sponsor again, iBurn. Go to iBurn.com for all of your hot sauce needs. Gentlemen, before we leave, Bradley, Manders, I appreciate you guys doing this. I know you're regretting it as we speak.
I don't regret it, Steve.
I do.
But man,
you took the Nick Iggy route and you lost Button as the Heat.
Nick Iggy is my dad.
Yeah.
Facebook tags me in all of his pictures saying, "Is this you?"
With that said, tell everybody at home how they can find you on all the social medias, where you're going to be, how to get your merch. Take it away.
You go first.
You can find me on Twitter at Natty Light Heavyweight. Also, you can look up Lost Boys 005 because there's 5 of us. You can find me on Instagram at Bradley Prescott IV. Facebook's just traditional Bradley Prescott the Fourth. Nobody really uses Facebook, I'll be honest. You can find me on independentwrestling.tv. Just search Bradley Prescott the Fourth. You can find me at local shows, making towns, drinking beer. I think that's it. Buy my merch, so shit like that, so we can cover my hospital expenses after doing this. And this is not going to be a fun ride home, and a lot of gas stations are not going to be my friend.
I think that's your cue.
You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at one called _Manders. You can find me on Facebook, Cornbell Cowboy. IWTV, type in Manders, you get a bunch of stuff. Yeah, if you want some merch from me, just hit me up, DM me, right? We'll make some work.
I don't want to be that guy. I seriously might put number 9 worse than number 10. Dude, I'm not saying 10's bad, but 9 was horrible.
I don't know, man. 10 was pretty bad.
Nah,
9 is bad.
I ran and cried with 9, and this one I only slightly cried. So
I'm crying tears of joy. So with that said, I'm Stephen McCash. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
I'm going to go finish my puke.
Oh, that was horrible.